Let me tell you guys something. It's funny how once you decide to get up and go for one more round, you inadvertently convince yourself that you still got one more round in you. Right? You ever you ever seen those signs and those like cool hip bars where they say like free beer tomorrow, right? And then free beer tomorrow, free beer tomorrow. It's kind of like that with me when I am faced with overwhelm. It's like I got one more round. Yeah, like okay, one more round. Oh, all right, one more round, right? And so I'm a fighter when it comes to my response to stress. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep going. You could like just knock out one more thing. Just knock. You can finish this. Just finish this, and I tell myself, don't add anything else for the rest of the year. Lisa, don't add anything else. No, you're not gonna write a book. No, you're not gonna start another thing. No, and then I got one more round. But I got one more round, right? And so I'm a fighter. But here's the fourth one. Now, y'all tell me if y'all ever heard of this one. This is the rarely mentioned, lesser known stress response. This stress response was specifically identified by a psychotherapist named Pete Walker. And he identified this fourth stress response, which is called fawning. 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 So you have fight, you have flight, you have freeze, and you have fawning. Okay. So fawning essentially describes a way that we respond to stress. We seek safety by appeasing others. So we basically acquiesce. We basically go along with everything so that we don't cause any friction. So, in a simpler term that I'm sure all of you have heard of is people pleasing. Did you know that people pleasing could be a stress response? So, when psychotherapist Pete Walker introduced this term, he described it as a way that we seek safety by acquiescing or appeasing others. And here's the most important part: in a self sacrificing way. In a self-sacrificing way, because there's a way to appease others, in a healthy way, which means the language that we typically use around this is choosing our battles. Anybody ever say that? You just choose your battles. We just gotta choose your battles, right? However, that becomes problematic if we are self-sacrificing, where you are constantly compromising your own personal needs, your own personal values. Have you guys ever heard of fawning? So this is the fourth lesser known stress response. Some people fight. That's me. Some people flee and run and abandon the things, right? Some people freeze. I don't know what to do. But some people fawn. And that means you people please to your own detriment. You people please to your own detriment. Doreen said, I've never heard of that before. Rhonda said, yes, but not the term. But you've definitely heard of people pleasing. Okay. Right. And so, good morning, Wanda. What's up, Ujo? And so, fawning, I'm going to give you two reasons why people fawn. Now, I know this from coaching, for the past decade and watching why people please. Now, it's important to note that you could be a people pleaser and not chronically stressed. So I'm not saying that everybody that people pleases is automatically chronically stressed. One does not have to exist with the other, right? They can exist separately, right? So you could be a people pleaser, doesn't mean you're stressed out. However, if you are experiencing chronic stress, one response to that may have been unknown to you, that you've been doing, that is possibly prolonging your chronic stress, is people pleasing. So why do we fawn? Why do we people please, right? Why do we become accommodating in a threatening situation? Right. And so this is the act of just being accommodating, just going along, and so that you don't cause any friction. So I've identified, I know in my career, two reasons why people please, the two top reasons that I've seen in my career. The first one is for acceptance.